Good afternoon and welcome. Today we are here to interview the sound teacher Richard Murphy, or as he is known to all of us, Murph. And Murph is an Academy-nominated sound mixer who has worked on many movies and television shows. Most people don't know that he started out working in the music business, and that's what we're here to discuss today. But first, I'd like to say thank you to Murph.
You're welcome.
For agreeing to do
and
this
we'll see
interview.
how we go on this.
Okay. So Murph, could you tell us how you got into the music business?
I got into it in a really unusual way. I didn't know where I was going in life particularly. And I had a bar job, and the bar job became being a partner in the bar, and it just sort of enlarged in its scope. And we were in Greenwich Village, and we were around the corner from Jimi Hendrix Studio. So a lot of musicians were in my restaurant all the time, or bar, whatever you want to call it. And, you know, guys would stop by to say hi or do whatever, or have a drink, and they would come to the bar and hang out and talk to me. I also had a cousin who worked for lighting for a guy named Chipmunk, who was the voice of Woodstock, and Tom Field was his partner. And they had a little storefront in the East Village where they put lights together. And when they did Woodstock, they had to rent from other places because it was way bigger in scope than, you know, what they had normally done. But my cousin Campbell got me a job running follow spots with them. I would go with him to a job, and they sort of trained you on the job. And we worked with a lot of different bands. We worked with Edgar Winter, and we worked with Led Zeppelin. We did a piece of their tour. But Led Zeppelin was like the first like diva guys, you know? I mean, everyone came to see him. And I remember we did a show, and they had I had never worked with them. But you get lighting cues when you go out, so you know the music and you know when your cues come in. And they had an intermission in the show. And when the lights came up, I mean, all these people had come in, people in khakis and nice shirts and nice sweaters and, you know, tie-dyed shirts and whatever the hippie fare was at that time. Well, when the lights came up, everyone had puke all over. I mean, it was like everyone was doing whatever, I don't know, downs or whatever they were doing. But I mean, everyone, it appeared, had gotten sick while the performance was on and went out to the intermission, and we were just covered in, you know, body garbage. So this fellow decided to teach me, and on my days off, I would go out with him, and he did mostly commercial work. But it's the same principles that are in effect. It's just they're not as complex as movies, most of them. And he showed me what I should be doing, and when he was done, he gave me a list of people that I could look up and get and go for jobs, people that had no union affiliation, because you have to be in the union to really make a living in the film industry. It's the difference between having a job and having a hobby. So that's what I did. I worked and worked, and finally I got I did a movie called Here Come the Tigers for a man named Sean Cunningham and his partner Steve Miner. And it was a kids' baseball movie. It was sort of like a Bad News Bears ripoff. And then we did another one with them called Kick. It was a soccer film. And it was kind of like the East Side Kids. It was like a bunch of kids in an orphanage playing prep schools. Now, how that happens, I don't know. But it was a movie. It wasn't about any kind of historical document. It was a fun movie. We had these crazy kids who would, like, you know, punch the real proper blonde-haired kids.
Well, Murph, I really appreciated you taking the time with us, and I found it very insightful. And I can say that all your students love you as much as I do. And if you're one of Murph's students, read the damn book. Thanks.
Right. Read the book. Always read the book.